Today we talk about trusting your Bong Sau. Hey, welcome to Practice Wing Chun, where we discuss Wing Chun and answer any training related questions. My name is Edgar, and this is episode 54 of Practice Wing Chun. Today we're going to have a class review episode because my last class, my Sifu wasn't around because he wasn't feeling well. So the class was run by the students, us. And we didn't have an even amount of people in the class. So there was always one person that had to rest and basically just observe. And I took that I took it as an opportunity to observe my fellow classmates, my fellow Si-Hings. And one thing I noticed a lot was Bong Sau, and how a lot of people in my class did not trust their Bong Sau as much as I trusted my Bong Sau. I always keep my Bong Sau in good position, always maintain it, and it just wasn't present in some of my other classmates. And it was just strange because I use it a lot. That's like my go-to defense, one of my favorite defense to use. And I don't want to brag, but I think it's a pretty good Bong Sau. But the rest of my class didn't feel the same way. I saw so many different variations of Bong Sau failing for them. There was one where Bong Sau, but they let their opponent lop and pull them down. In this position, I would try to resist it and maintain my Bong Sau. Another was the Bong Sau was there, but the person wasn't confident in the Bong Sau, so they moved and changed the position and created an opening to get struck. And the most common one was people letting their Bong Sau collapse, meaning it ended up in this position. So Bong Sau should never be at this angle. You always want to keep it out. And it was just really bizarre for me because I trust my Bong Sau a lot. I use it almost at least 80% of the time as a defense. And I use it because it's strong. I create openings and opportunities because I have the option to strike high or low. And this keeps my opponent guessing, especially in Chi Sao, of where I'm going to strike. And if they're committed in trying to grab my Bong Sau and try to pull me down, they're giving me the opportunity to step in, to bump them, to pin them, or even transition into another move. Now, I know this because I like my Bong Sau. I use it a lot. I trust my Bong Sau. Now, how can you trust your Bong Sau? Easy. As long as you know that your Bong Sau should only be your first line of defense, your second line should be your Wu Sau behind you. And this is why I trust my Bong Sau, because I know that if it fails, I have a backup plan, plan B. So what is it that you can do to improve your Bong Sau? Just make sure that you're always in the right position. If you have to be shifted, because there will be times where you're getting grabbed and pulled down, but if you shift and stay in place, it's strong enough to sustain any pull. Now, this may not be the case for everyone. People may have shoulder problems, but for me, it works really well. Now, another point is, if you're using Bong Sau, it should never collapse. Even if you're trying to bump someone, it should never be like this. You should always step in and maintain this angle. So I use this in many ways. I use it to bump. I use it to kind of clear the space for my other hand to strike, or I can use it as transition to lop, to counter lop the person that's trying to pull me down. I counter and grab them instead and change this to a back fist or even to an elbow. So it gives me a lot of options, and this is for maintaining a Bong Sau. So you have to put a lot of trust in your Bong Sau, and I do that often, and it's something that I don't regret, and I trust. I put a lot of my confidence in my Bong Sau. So what about you? How's your Bong Sau? Do you trust your Bong Sau? let me know in the comments. So until next time,